What's going on, HPP fam? Welcome back to another episode. I'm JD, that strapping young gentleman there is Gio. And we're diving into another week's worth of work. And we're going to start with this 2021, I believe, F-150. This is a 3.5 liter EcoBoost. This is another one of our American Trucks deals. So if you guys buy from American Trucks or American Muscle, you guys can have us do the install and pay with when you buy the part. We have a Flowmaster. Looks like dual exhaust system. It's got a Super 10 muffler. This is what's going on in this thing. So it should sound pretty good. We're gonna dive in and get crack-a-lacking on this install, and then I'll give you guys a sound clip of what it sounds like. As you guys can see, that took a little bit of extra finagling. So Flowmaster's stuff is not the best in my opinion, but we were able to get the system on and done, and it looks great after some repairs. Like, one of my complaints is the muffler didn't have any slots in it. When you use a pinch style clamp, you have to have relief in whatever you're putting it on. Otherwise, how is it supposed to clamp? So I had to put reliefs in this side and the other side of the muffler, and I had to shorten a pipe on this side to get everything to line up. And it's just, if they just did a better job like some of the other exhaust spraying companies, stuff would just fit better. But it's all on there and it looks great, and hopefully the customer loves it. So let's go ahead and get this thing down, get it outside. I'll show you guys what it sounds like. So there it is, guys, all sat down. Gonna have the customer give it a little rev so you guys can hear it. Yes, sir. That'll work. Appreciate you. You have a good day. Ooh, looking sharp, looking sharp. So as you guys can see, Gio has been killing it on TJ's car, getting it back together. You know, this is that infamous, y'all don't know what it is, but it's cam. So we got our springs retainers on, we got our rockers on with our new push rods. And yeah, pretty soon we'll go ahead and get our valve covers on and get everything else tidied up, and we're slapping on this gnarly powder coated poly high rim. So this thing, black and yellow, black and yellow. This thing's gonna look sick. Stepping outside because I've got some exciting news. Now, some of you guys that follow us on some other social media platforms may already know about this purchase, but let me introduce you to High PSI Performance new shop car. Without further ado, bam! We just picked up this 2017 5.7 liter Hemi Daytona. My daughter has already named the car. This is King Boo. So as for things already done to it, you see the front end's been changed. It's got crossroad soldered rotors all the way around, and I don't know, some of you guys like tire stickers. I don't, and the only reason why I haven't peeled them off is because this thing's gonna get new wheels and tires soon enough anyways, and it looks cool when it's rolling, but when it stopped they look like ass. That's my opinion. Like, tire stickers do look cool when the car is in motion, but when they're not in motion they look like shit. That's just my opinion. And then as far as mods are concerned, I have already started modifying the car. Let me open it up. It's all stock on the inside. A shake from this morning. I did already send the ECU off. It's already been unlocked, so you know I put in a little sauce in the ECU. And then it does have the mid muffler delete done and the rear mufflers deleted. So it does sound as it should. At least how they should have sounded from the factory. So, let me know what you guys think down in the comment sections below. But I'll let you know this, she's not gonna stay stock for long. We've already got some goodies ordered and on the way. So, stay tuned. We'll see where this thing ends up in the next coming months. As for progress in the shop, it's been a crazy week. I'm gonna keep this story very short, but I'm not supposed to be here. We were supposed to be on a trip to go visit our son in Italy, and trip got canceled, long story short. Fuck American Airlines and Philadelphia Airport. I will never go there again. But in the meantime, let me get you up to speed. So our C10 is still here. We're ordering more parts. We're gonna go flex on this thing, put bigger injectors, and it's going E85. As for Bowser here, Gio is putting some of the final touches on this thing as we are getting very close to fire up. So you see we got our fuel system pretty much all situated. And in the back of the car here, we've got our FC3 controller installed and wired up. So this thing is fluids and a starter away from, I believe, firing up. So that's exciting. Now on some not as exciting news. As you can see, that motor is supposed to be in that car and it's out. So we had a couple of issues arise with the windage tray, and then also with the internals that were put into this motor. We required a VVT spacer and one was not supplied. Unfortunately, I caught it, so that's why it's out. We're gonna get that addressed, get the windage tray put back on, get the pan put back on, and get it back in the car. I don't know what all you guys seen last week with what Gio filmed on it, but we actually did have to backtrack. And like I always said, I will keep you guys in the loop with the good, bad, and the ugly. At the end of the day, that thing's gonna be perfectly put together the way it's supposed to be and done right before it leaves the shop, because that's how we do things. But that's your update for right now. Let's see what this week entails. What you doing? What you doing? Nala. This Chrysler 300 got dropped off this weekend. I believe it's getting a camshaft and a tune. It's a 5.7 liter Hemi. And it's missing some things because unfortunately that gentleman was in an accident right before he was about to drop the car off. So we got her in some pieces. But maybe might be a little bit easier to work on. Anyways, we should get our motor for our Silverado this week. It's not going to be coming in, but we'll get the engine for it. And then this little red rocket over here. Oh, not red rocket. That's Royce's car. Anyways, this little ruby jewel, if you will. This is Gio's hoodoo. This is Gio's ride. So he finally got it over here. We're going to get this thing up and rolling. Used to be a V6 car. It is V8 swapped. So we'll dive into that. Show you what Gio's got going on. That'll be cool and exciting. Our C10 project has gotten almost done, but then we've added some things. So parts will get ordered on that this week, and we'll get that stuff installed. Bowser is really close. We've got a few things to iron out. The fuel system's installed, so we've just got to get everything wrapped up and get it ready to fire up and get on the dyno. TJ's is pretty much all together. We're just getting the exhaust system wrapped up on it, and then we've got to order a few things to get the fuel system working with the new Holley High Ram intake, and then we got to modify the hood, and you should see this thing hopefully hit the dyno maybe this week, or if not, the first of next week. We also have a Chevy Silverado showing up soon for an MBRP exhaust system, and a Hellcat. We'll be doing upper and lower, maybe some injectors. I can't really remember what all we're doing in that one, but pretty exciting. So stick with us, stay tuned. I know Nala's ready. Nala, ready to make some horsepower? Yeah, she's ready. Let's get to it. As you can see, ladies and gentlemen, our 2018 Chevy Silverado has shown up. And it is here to get this MBRP black side exit exhaust installed. So go ahead and get this on here, show you guys what it looks like, what it sounds like. As you can see, we have the stock system out of the vehicle. So now we can get all of our clamps and hangers laid out and start laying out our new exhaust.
MBSR exhaust for this nice little Silverado.
Moving right along, as you guys seen, we've got our exhaust system done and wrapped up. So now we've got our next vehicle on the lift, and that is this 2021 Hellcat. So this car already has a green belt on it, and it has a Corsa performance intake. Looks like we got a breather and a catch can as well. Gio is working on getting our computer out and preparing for the next group of mods that we're about to do, which are as follows. We got some ID 1300X, we got a pen kit, new crank bolt, new belt, ZPE, we've got a new upper pulley, and then we've got an ATI 10% overdriven balancer as well. So these are the mods that are going on to the car. We might even be getting a booster pump as well, I'm not sure, but so we're gonna go ahead and dive in, start getting these parts installed. So as you guys can see, we've got the front snout off the blower, got the blower lifted up, we've got our PCM shipped off, and now we're about to lift the car up and get after our ATI. Once we get our ATI, we'll reverse step, we'll go ahead and get our injectors in, and then get our blower head back on. Moving right along, as you can see, we have our ATI balancer in there. So now we got a pen to crank. So Gio just marked off our drill bit. So we're gonna go ahead and get this crank drilled out, get the pin in there, get the bolt in there, get it Loctited and torqued in there, and then we'll be done with this portion, and we can move on with our injectors. We'll get those installed next, and then we'll do our pulley, and this thing will be ready to hit the dyno. So guys, as you can see, we've got our new pulley on, we've got our thermostat installed. We do have a voltage, a booster pump to install in this thing. We're going to go ahead and get our blower all put back together. The injectors are in. So we're going to get the front of the motor and the top of the motor 100% all back together. Then we'll do the booster pump, and then this joker will be ready to hit the rolls as soon as we get the computer back. In the meantime, got a 3-valve Mustang in. And Nala's ready to watch him make some pulls. As you guys can see, our forged bottom end poly high ram 392 is on the rolls. 4 Innovations fuel system, long tube. I made this little intake real quick. It's probably not what's going to stay on the car. I got to talk with the customer. I just made that real quick so we could dyno. Yep, a few adjustments to make with the car, but ready to make some power. So let's dive in and make a pull, see what kind of power it makes. Alive. Bowser's alive, baby. Womp womp womp. She camera shy. Camera shy. She's about to walk out on her own power. So guys, gonna wrap this video up. As you've seen, our 426 car with a Holley high ram is up and running. This one you'll see hit the dyno next week, most likely. As you can see, we've made some progress on Royce's. Everything has been finish welded on the hot side, and we're getting started on the cold side. A bunch more parts have came in. I've also started putting the Holley stuff on this thing. You can see a little bit of the wiring. We've got our steam port kit all installed, fuel rails installed, injectors installed, wired up. Our extension harnesses came in. We got everything to make our oil feed lines and return lines, so it is moving right along. You'll see some more updates on this car next week. And TJ's car looking nice and sexy. Made some good power on the dyno. Can't show you guys what this car made, but she's a ripper for sure. Looking forward to this car going back to Georgia and putting a hurting on some people. Woo. See Boo, see King Boo hiding back there. Got some exciting parts coming for the new shop car. But in the meantime, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode. Hope you enjoyed the content. Like, share, subscribe. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace.